Hey, what's going on YouTube? So I just wanted to make a quick video regarding a suppressor that I just picked up that some people may or may not be familiar with. As you can see, this is, my apologies, this is the Mark 12 Mod 4 suppressor from Four Systems. I picked this up from TAG Firearms, and they've been a great company. I've purchased, multiple different things from them. I'm not local to their area, but they've been super communicative whenever I've had questions, and saw on their social media that they had come out with this can. And the big thing that interested me in it was the fact that it's bored out for 6 arc, or 6mm projectiles. As you can see, I'm quite the connoisseur of Mark 12 style suppressors. This is an Otter Creek OCM5. It's Cerakoted, and I've definitely shot the hell out of it, as you can see. Love this can. It's fantastic. And I know Otter Creek does a service where they will actually overboard this. Well, they'll service it, remove the cap and put a new core in, and I think I have a little bit of details of that later, but they can convert this from a standard can to, you can call it a flow through type setup. So like I said, I just wanted to kind of give a quick comparison between the two, and we'll go over the details here. So just to start with this Four Systems, Four Systems, obviously FOR, front of rifle systems. This is the Mark 12 Mod 4 can. It does weigh 12.2 ounces and is approximately 7.4 inches in length. Now, the cool thing is that from the rear of the muzzle to approximately, the front of your mount, it's an inch and a quarter, or I'm sorry, inch and a half in diameter. Whereas from past the muzzle, it actually widens out to 1.625 inches. So it kind of gives it a bit more of a diameter to, contain and expel gases out the front here of the suppressor. As I mentioned, it is bored for 6mm, and it does have a few barrel length restrictions. For 5.56 and 6 arc, it does say, nothing shorter than 12.5 inches, and for 6 Creedmoor, nothing shorter than 14.5. With that being said, it is not full auto rated, and of course it is a low back pressure suppressor. So yeah, just for comparison's sake, from a information standpoint, when talking about the Otter Creek, this OCM5, many people are familiar with it, tried and true, kind of a clone or copy, identical, however you want to put it, to the AEM5, just with more modern technology. It is 8.8 inches in length, 1.5 inches in diameter, and does weigh about 16 ounces. It is a full auto rated can with some restrictions depending on the mounting style, and you can go on to Otter Creek's website that it kind of breaks that down between the OTB and I forget the other mounting solution that they offer. Obviously, being Otter Creek, their warranty is superb. Pretty much as long as you don't be a jackass. They will warranty this can. Don't be doing anything crazy with it. Yeah, it's fantastic. I've shot it with, I have a Gordon Carbine clone build here, and of course it's not completely cloned correct. It's got an SBR'd lower here. It's fantastic gun, fantastic weapon. It's of course a pin and welded. I'm sorry, it's not pin and welded. This is a 12.5 barrel, 12.5 complete upper, actually, from Thoroughbred Armament. SBR'd lower. So it's quite the spicy kid. But as you can see, and doing this off camera just because, you know, YouTube compliance and, you know, all the same things that all the guys always talk about with regards to YouTube regulations when it comes to installing its suppressors. You know, I don't want to get dinged or flagged or any of that nonsense for being out of compliance for the great YouTube guys. But, you know, here we are. It's a fantastic setup. You know, as everybody likes to say, you know, we do these things, we have firearms because, you know, not only is it a right, but of course it is a hobby, and the greatest thing about it is, or are the vibes, obviously, right? This thing is, it's an awesome gun. I really love it. It's fun to shoot. That being said, I do have a Mod H, Mark 12 Mod H, as well as a Mark 12 Mod 1 that this suppressor does also spend time on. And I'm going to really quickly remove it just so we can have it for comparison's sake. We'll probably pick up another one when the time comes. But just, you know, especially now that tech stamps are where they are right now on cost-wise. But yeah, the purpose of them are very similar. Obviously, Force Systems, if you go onto their website, will say, you know, this is not a clone correct can. This is something new and entirely different. And I would agree with them on that. You know, this is a tried and true can. Fantastic manufacturer, fantastic customer service. As I did note, though, I do believe, you know, of course, on Reddit, you know, the guys at Otter Creek are very active. And they did allude to the fact that there is an OEM 6 coming out soon. Soon is relative, I guess you could say, but they're usually pretty good about keeping people updated. This can, as I mentioned before, can be upgraded for a small fee to a bored 6mm core. It's titanium tube, stainless steel baffles. It's made out of 17.4 Inconel, and it will be able to handle 6 arc in the time. But I did want something different, and that's where this mod, Mark 12 Mod 4 came in. And so the big thing is I recently, like you can kind of see here, started playing around with 6 arc, and you know, I have an optic set up here that I've been playing with, just trying different setups. And off camera here, I'll just go ahead and install my the Mod 4 here. Actually, one sec. I'll just show the setup here before I put the can on. And so what I have here, this is a 14.5 Noveske non-DDF barrel. I'll go into the reason why I didn't do the thicker DDF barrel here shortly. But as you can see, you know, big Mark 12 fan. I do appreciate the platform. I love the modularity of it, and I just think it's an overall vibe, honestly. SBR'd lower. I believe this was I picked up this upper from Dave Wilson Manufacturing. It does have a larger ejection port, which makes it a little bit better for 6mm arc. Went ahead and picked one of those up. They're pretty reasonable on his website. You know, I think less than $120 or something like that, if I remember correctly. Excuse me. Geisley SSAE trigger. Obviously a PRI handguard. Did actually find this is an LRT Arca rail for the PRI handguard specifically. Was just kind of doing a Google search and found a guy that does these Arca rails for these handguards, and so I'm a big believer in Arca rail and enjoy utilizing it. Loophole Mark 5. Just picked that up in a trade actually recently. Had this Vortex 1 to 10 on there and wanted something a little bit more higher magnification just to kind of get out there a little bit further. Does have the Trimmer 3 reticle. More to come on that later. I got to learn that a little bit more. Tier 1 scope mount, and yeah, that's kind of the build of where it sits at right now. And the big reason why I wanted to do this 14.5 barrels, you know, as we've all seen there, and if this video's brought you here, I think everybody knows that, or it's at least common that the 14.56 arc has pretty impressive ballistics out of somewhat of a shorter, if you want to call it quote unquote shorter barrel relative to a, you know, say a 16 or an 18-inch 5.56. So went with this 14.5 Noveske, picked up on Black Friday deal. This is the Otter Creek OTB mount, and you see the collar actually mounts back down a little bit further, but that is the actual threads where the mount is. Important to note here with regards to barrel, if you're wanting to run something similar with a Noveske barrel, you cannot use the thicker DDF barrel because it will not be compatible with a OTB mount. It's just the barrel's too thick and it won't clear, actually won't clear the mount. So that's why I ended up going with the non-DDF barrel. But just real quick, make sure I don't flag myself here. Yeah, here's, you know, the setup in its glory. Do appreciate this little sling mount from 100 Concepts. It makes it pretty easy to get on and off slings so I can move around to different rifles. But real quick, I'll go ahead and mount the suppressor. And before I forget to mention it, guys, all rifles have been checked prior to video, so you don't need to worry about that. And you know, all the warriors that are out there completely understand. But yeah, there she is. As you can see, the suppressor kind of mounts maybe about an inch, 3/4 of an inch inside the handguard itself, but it kind of sits in there very tucked away pretty nicely. Mounts pretty solid, no wobble. And like I said, guys, overall, it's just a great looking gun. With the 1 to 10 on there, it was shooting pretty tight groups with the 105 Hornady Black ammo, 6 arc ammo. I haven't gotten a chance to zero it yet with the Loophole Mark 5, but I think I could get actual a bit better groupings out of it just with a little bit more magnification, obviously. So yeah, just wanted to come out and first, of course, give some credit to Four Systems for making a fantastic can, and just kind of helping get that name out there. I know that, you know, these companies don't need YouTubers to kind of help them promote them. They do their own thing marketing wise, but didn't seem like there was a lot of videos out there on this guy, especially comparing it to the OCM5. So if you guys are interested, you know, I can definitely put together a video shooting for sound. And I don't have crazy quality sound equipment, but I can definitely put together a video on shooting this guy with the Mark 12 Mod 4 on this gun with some 6 arc through it, and then compare it to my Mod H and Mark 1 and Mod 1 with the OCM5. And then I can actually even, because again, you know, it's very, you know, I can use this can also on Mark 12s. I can throw this same can on the other guns as well and see if we can't just get some sound changes and whatnot, or sound signatures. I do expect, obviously, this can will probably be a little bit quieter. It'll be a different tone because it's non-flow through. But if that's something y'all are interested in seeing, I can definitely make that happen for you guys. But yeah, quick shout out again, Four Systems, great can. Looking forward to running it further. And actually, as a matter of fact, since I did pick this up actually during Black Friday, they were running a special manufacturer special where if you purchased this can, you actually got a Pluto Micro suppressor for free as well. So I you know, luckily I wasn't in the market for a 22 can. I have this Print X from B&T, you know, Tiger. It's, you know, we've seen tons of videos on these on YouTube. They're great cans. They're almost, you know, not really, you know, there's no baffles to service or anything like that, and they're tanks of a can. You know, the guys have shot 5.56 through it and they still hold. But The interesting thing about that Pluto Micro is I think it's only 2.5 inches long, and it's very light, very small, but Force Systems was sending those out for free with the MK12 MOD FOR. So yeah, let me know. Force Systems seems to be doing some pretty cool stuff. I know the Recce suppressors are really nice. A lot of great things to say about those. But if you guys want to see some shooting videos, I got to go pick up. I actually got the tax stamp today for the Pluto Micro. And so I can actually do a comparison video on those as well. Or heck, if y'all want to see a video, just a comparison video between the Print X and the Pluto Micro, just let me know down in the comments if that's something you like to see. But otherwise, guys, just let me know if y'all want to see a comparison video, just a application video between the MK12 MOD FOR and the OCM5. Let me know, and I'll try and do my best to accommodate that. All right, take care, guys.